Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we're going to be going over some patch notes that I actually happen to somehow miss. I'm usually pretty on top of it, but they've been spamming it with a lot of mop news as well as some other news, and it's the weekend, so I kind of got lost, and I've been distracted doing the Blind Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 run, which I'm doing a blind hardcore for the first playthrough. It's been rough, but it has been really fun to sort of see the game that way and play it. So if you want to check that out, it's over at twitch.tv/Kaghoe Gaming every day. But without further ado, let's switch it over to the patch notes and I'll get right into it. Voop. So we are here at our wonderful patch notes right here, and it says Season of Discovery items. The Spire of Sacrifice now prevents being healed by Chain Heal or Healing Rain, and no longer damages the wielder when Healing Rain ticks. So that is a unique staff that they added in the Scarlet Enclave that stops the person using it from being healed, but it allows them to heal more. So sort of like a sacrificial weapon. Really cool design and very unique. Very interesting that Healing Rain and Chain Heal still work to heal the wielder, but glad that has changed because that'd be super OP to get the insane spell power and not actually sacrifice anything. Then we have the Scarlet Enclave 4-piece healer set for mages will now correctly reduce incoming damage. So I guess one of those cases where they said it was and then it wasn't. Just it's always rogues and arcane mages that have the issues, I swear. Like all the new specs and things they've added, like they say it's gonna function this way, and usually it does function to a degree, and then it just simply stops. It's just always funny. It seems that they can never just get those classes perfect. But anyway, Rogue Carnage will no longer fall off prematurely when Cutthroat's Vagrant of Garrote is used. I absolutely have no idea what that means because I play Rogue or do not play Rogue at all, and those are all new Rogue abilities, so hopefully that is a bug fix and Carnage will stay up and you can pump or tank or whatever it's used for. I really have no idea, so I can't really give you much input on that. So something I wanted to scroll up to the last one where they talked about paladins, and this guy said, can we please get prot tier exchange for Shockadin tier exchange? I made the prot tier off spec. I tanked 2 bosses for the guild. I was a 3rd tank and I made Shockadin. I am now stuck without any tier and a 40% damage nerf on my main spec. Please help me. I actually really like this. I think anytime a new tier set or anything modified to your tier is added, they should allow for a complete and total exchange. Doesn't really matter what spec or anything. It's weird to me that they only allowed like Ret to Shockadin or Holy to Shockadin. They didn't allow Tank to Shockadin, which, as you can see, this dude actually would utilize that. But I think when you get especially when you get a full-on new tier set in a class like Paladin, where they already have 3 very different tier sets, I think it's important to let people have that ability to swap and be able to play what they want. And then this dude says, just complain about paladins, of course, we got to have your paladin complaints in. Oh my god, are all SoD players paladins? Can we get a non-paladin related passion for once? Well, he's right. We got Shaman, Mage, and Rogue next. So, can you guys have a look at the Tank Shaman's 3.5 4-piece bonus? It's extremely underwhelming. Thank you. Yeah, Shamans really need a tier update or tier change or tier anything. I see so many of them very upset, especially enhanced in Tank Shamans. It's super underwhelming because they want their 2 sets, then their 4 sets are just abysmal abominations, and then we have 6 sets which are really good. So it's like you have to give them 4 pieces because they literally won't use the 2 until they get their 6. So it just really kind of is a shitty situation, especially with Druid and Shamans being the #1 classes on the Horde, and then needing those sharing the same token is just not good design. Alright, our favorite Paladin complaining hunter back again. Can we make Shockadin the healer meme spec not top single target DPS but below average? I don't know that Agrin thinks it's fair for a healer to have the best single target DPS and all the utility and defenses in the world. I know it's Agrin's playground, but FS man, people are quitting SoD and you're left with only Paladin players in the end. So we'll show some statistical data from Warcraft logs to really show how just wrong this guy's statement is. Like, this is a dude who literally lives in the lab, sims everything, and sees what should be best instead of actually looking at logs and seeing how it plays out. But we'll take a look at it. But he literally answered your own question. You know, he isn't gonna not make Paladins top tier. But funny thing is how Warriors have not been buried because they are better Ashbringer users than Paladins. So I'm going to switch it over here to address these comments, because I think it is always important when people say just outlandish stuff to complain that we look into the data and see. So here's Scarlet Enclave. Here's the 20-player raid. That we're even going to the 80 percentile here to show you guys exactly what we are looking at. So I'm going to zoom in real quick, because this usually gets rid of ads, but maybe it didn't. Anyway, so right here, Ret Paladins neck and neck with Fury Warriors. Obviously, these are people who have the Ashbringers. Ashbringers are coming in. We are seeing Ashbringer parses and damage. So obviously, the three classes that can use Ashbringer. Well, I guess Marksman Hunter wouldn't, but a Survival Hunter. I don't think Survival or Melee Hunters are really getting their Ashbringers yet. There might be a few in there, and we'll take a look at the max parts just to really look at that. But as you can see, Ret Paladins, Fury Warriors, Ashbringer, OP, not surprising at all. Then we have all the way down here, we have Holy Paladin right here at the very bottom for 80th percentile. Let's bring it up to the 90th percentile. This is where we actually start to get some Holy Paladin data, and this is the last week, right? And so Holy Paladin's actually starting to climb. You see people doing some damage. Then we see, actually, what is shocking, as you pointed out, is that Warriors are actually better Ashbringer users than Ret Paladins. Ret Paladins are not number one, which is very, very interesting. Then we're going to go to the 95th percentile, and as you can see, the lead for Warrior is actually growing higher than Retribution Paladins. And then we also start to see Holy Paladin and Shockadin start to actually climb up here. It's close to beating Arcane Mage, but it is still, like, literally at Arcane Mage at the highest end. And then we go to the 99th percentile, and this is where we see Holy Paladin start to pass actual DPS with Combat Rogue, Subtlety Rogue, Frost Mage, but it is still at the bottom. Like, people, like, it is kind of upsetting that it is about to pass Enhancement Shaman and Elemental Shaman. Like, we need some Shaman love, please. Paladins should not be this bigger over Shamans. It's just kind of ridiculous. These classes should be balanced, in my opinion. But as you can see, Warriors are pulling way ahead at the highest degrees over Ret Paladins with the Ashbringer. Then we will look at the max percentiles just to give you that. Warriors doing great. Retribution Paladin up here. I'm starting to think that there just isn't a melee hunter with the Ashbringer, because if there is, he would be all the way. He'd be up top there too, I believe. But just really interesting to see that. And then at the max spec, we see Holy Paladin, Shockadin up here. It is beating Enhancement Shaman. It is close to Elemental Shaman, but it's not beating it yet. So I don't know if this is a gear thing, but I like to always look at real data, because I'm pretty sure this dude is just living in the sim world and just simming it and saying, oh, I saw it on a sim, it's cool. But, you know, you always got to check reality, because sims are under perfect circumstances where you sit there, you blast, and they don't always reveal the truest story. But anyway, guys, that is it for the patch notes. I would love to hear what you guys have to see. I like always looking at real data and giving you guys real examples instead of it just being, you know, he said this, it must be true. I do still think that we need to do something about Shamans. Like, Shamans are miles below Paladins right now, and I think that is just really unfair, and you should have somewhat, like, it shouldn't be this big of a gap. I understand Retribution Paladins have Ashbringer and Shamans don't, but it is still kind of just weird to me that there's such a massive gap. And, like, the new one, Shockadin, is passing Enhancement Shamans and close to passing Ellie Sham. So that's just ridiculous. But anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well,
I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.